Display Kamal, battery Dhamal. This is what Redmi is calling this phone in my country. The low-end variant of the Redmi 9 series is here. It's time to unbox the Redmi 9A. According to Redmi, this phone has a monstrous battery which powers a fabulous display. All that in a budget that doesn't even hurt your pocket. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon. And if you like this video at some point, do hit the thumbs up button as well. Okay, at the top of the box is the image of the Redmi 9A in all of its colors. On the left and right side is Redmi 9A's branding, and at the bottom is phone's color, which is Granite Gray in our case, and it's 2GB RAM along with 32GB internal storage. There are some box contents mentioned. Redmi 9A is further being offered in the peacock green and sky blue colors. Redmi 9A will be launched on 16th of July nationwide in offline market for about 14,599 rupees on all the online platforms including MIUI.pk and Daraz.pk and some other platforms like Priceway. Redmi 9A will be launched in a flash sale which will start from 9 PM to 12 AM on 15th July. And in this flash sale, Redmi 9A will be available with a limited quantity bundle offer of Piston Basic hands-free. This bundle will be offered to the first 100 customers only on the MiStore.pk. The price of this handset is on your screen for different regions. Let's take the wraps off from the box now. This phone comes under a warranty of 1 year. Inside the box, right at the top, we find the phone, and the phone's top speaker mentions its big 6.53 inches HD Plus display. It's an upgrade over a smaller screen of the Redmi 8A. This phone is powered by MediaTek's Helio G25 processor. It's got a massive 5000 mAh TYP battery inside, and it also has AI rear camera. I'll power this phone up and put it on a side. Inside this envelope, we get this image eject tool, and there is some paperwork which you may or may not read. Next up is the phone's 10-watt charging brick. There is a micro USB cable included in the box. Let's take a look at the phone and set it up now. Alright, so this is our Redmi 9A in the Granite Gray color. At the back, the very first thing that you will note is this black stripe giving this phone a different look. This is a squishy back. This phone's volume rocker and power button is on the right side. These are not very tactile keys, but they work well. On the left side is the SIM card slot. This one supports 2 nano SIM cards and a micro SD card. At the top is the phone's headphone jack, no secondary noise cancellation mic or IR blaster here. At the bottom is the phone's speaker grill micro USB port and its primary mic. This is a big phone and has a lot of weight to it because of its huge 5000 mAh battery. It weighs at about 195 grams. Our Redmi 9A is already fully set up, and oh my god, this phone gives me iPhone feels. Remember this wallpaper, guys? Looks pretty good on a phone like this. Let's check its internals. Redmi 9A is Redmi's first phone in this low budget to have Android 10 on board. Redmi 9A is Redmi's first phone in this low budget to have Android 10 on board, and that too backing up the MIUI 12. Yes, you heard that right. This phone is using MIUI 12 out of the box. The UI that's not even available for phones like the Mi Note 10 Lite or the Redmi Note 9 series. This is quite impressive. If you take a look at the notifications panel, which is basically the control center now, pulling down this panel from the right side of the screen brings control center with the iOS fields all over it, and this is probably the coolest UI on an Android phone that I have seen so far. I'm not conceding the custom ROMs here, I am talking about the stock UI. Pulling down from the right side brings the notifications panel. As I mentioned, we get a 2GB RAM and 32GB of internal storage. If you feel like running out of storage, use that micro SD card slot on this one. This phone is powered by a 12nm MediaTek Helio G25 processor, which is accompanied by Power VR GE8320 GPU. Obviously, you cannot expect this chipset to run power hungry games, but you can run basic games on this phone and they work pretty well. For the security on this handset, we get the AI Face ID unlock. I did give it a try and it worked flawlessly for me. Another thing to note here is that Redmi has further moved the Redmi branding from the bottom chain of the screen. The phone's front looks cleaner now. Yes, bezels are still notable but do not hinder the beauty of its 6.53 inches display. Brightness is 400 nits on the papers, but I think it's a bit low. There is a 13 megapixel single camera accompanied by an LED flash at the back of this phone. If you remember the Redmi 8A, that had its camera module right in the middle of the back, but this time the camera module has moved towards the top left corner of the phone's back. On the front, it's got a single 5 megapixels camera fixed inside that water drop notch at the top of the screen. Camera app comes with some new features which I think are a part of the MIUI 12. You can now use the quick video recording feature by long pressing the shutter button, or you can set it to pulse shot as well. Now this low-end phone has got portrait mode and the Pro mode too, which is actually quite surprising. I will definitely attach some camera samples for you guys to take a look at. That's all with this unboxing. I think this is the most budget-friendly device with all those features and one of the newest UIs. Rather than picking a device carrying a higher price tag with less features or a device with no Google services, I would prefer going with the Redmi 9A. Full review of this phone will be out on the channel very soon, stay tuned for that. If you liked this video, hit the thumbs up button, and if you loved it, do hit the subscribe button as well. With that said, I will sign off and see you in the next video.